In our today's class, I'm going to teach you how to draft a basic bodice pattern. So, to do this, the first thing you do is to mark the starting line, maybe have an inch out of your pattern paper. Just roll a straight line. This will serve as our starting point. So after that, you measure down the length of your top. Like this bodice, I'm going to use the full length of this pattern paper, and it's 24.8 inches. So we'll just use the full length of this paper. So the next thing now to do is to get our bust point. My bust point here is 10 inches. So I'll mark 10 inches down. Bust point, that is your measurement from the shoulder to your bust point. That is your nipple. Then you draw a straight line. Roll a straight line out. Sorry. So the next thing now is to get your arm length. My arm length that I'm using is 16 inches. So I'll measure down 16 inches. Remember, your tape must be on this line, this starting line. Then you draw, mark your 16 inches. Mark your 16 inches. Then you bring a straight line. Connect the lines together like so. Then the aim of this paper now will serve as our hip line. So I'll write here hip line, hip, waist, bust point, bust point. Then I'll come to the shoulder. I'll come to the starting line and take my shoulder measurement. The shoulder I'm working with is 15 inches. So you divide your shoulder measurement by 2. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I will impute 7.5 like so. And then from this point that I mark, I will come down for my armhole. My armhole that I'm using is 16 inches. Okay, sorry, it's the same 15 inches. So 15 divided by 2 is also 7.5. So I will come down from this point that I mark my shoulder. I'll come down by same 7.5. Come down by 7.5. That is 7.5. I will give a dot there. So I need a straight line to this point. So I'll just go ahead and measure 7.5 down. So I will get a straight line with my ruler. So I'll connect these two lines together. Getting to this point. So yeah, I'll draw this one out. Like so. It's quite simple. Then at the shoulder, I will come down by 1 inch. That is for the shoulder slope. Remember, our shoulders are not straight, they are sloping. So I'll just mark 1 inch here. After marking 1 inch here, I'll come to my neckline. This is here I will get my neck measurement. Like standard measurement that is always used is 3 inches for the width and 3 inches for the length. So I'm going to impute 3 inches here. and 3 inches here. So this 3 inches is actually standard measurement that they use, but you can decide to come down. This is a standard measurement, 3 inches for width and 3 inches for the length. It's a standard measurement, so you can decide to come down maybe to 5 inches or to 6 inches to 7 inches, depending on what you want. So here I'm going to use my curve ruler and connect this line to this line. Like so. Simple, right? So bring your ruler. Remember we came down here by 1 inch. So put your ruler this way and connect it to this neck line. Like this. Look at it. Quite simple. Then the next thing now is to get our armhole curve. From here, you bring your tape this way. From this point to this point is 6.5. You divide whatsoever you have after measuring. You take the midpoint, whatsoever you have there, you mark it here like so. So this is my midpoint. So then I will come in by 0.6 inches. I'll come in by 0.6 inches. Then connect from here to here with my straight ruler. Like so. Look at it. So I need to curve this to get my armhole. So before I do that, I want to get my bust measurement. My bust measurement is 37. 37 divided by 4. Remember, any measurement that is round measurement, horizontal measurement, we divide them by 4. So 37 divided by 4 is 9.3. So I will impute 9.3 here on this line. This is chest line. It's called chest line. So I impute it there. After that, I'll bring my curve ruler and connect from here to this point. Very simple. As a beginner, just follow this step. That's when you realize that you can cut a top for yourself using this basic bodice. Sorry, I think my line is not correct. Sorry, my line is not correct. Let me draw it well. Let me keep my ruler well. I think it's better now. So after that, the next thing to do is to impute your body measurement. So the same thing we imputed here, the bust measurement, we'll impute the same thing at this bust point, 9.3 inches. We'll mark it on this bust point line. Mark it like so. Then come to the waistline. My waist that I'm using, the measurement I'm using is 35. So 35 divided by 4 is 8.8 inches. So I will impute it here. 8.8 inches. So at the waist, we are going to take a dart which I will show you, and it's going to be 1 inch that. So I will place my tape like this on this line, 1 inch, then mark 1 inch. Then we'll come to this line, to the M. The M will serve as our hip measurement. We'll use the M to take our hip measurements. So my hip that I'm using here is 42. 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. So I will impute 10.5 here. I will impute 10.5 here. Remember, if you are putting on a top, there is always this ease at the aim of the top, so it will not be not that fitted, it won't be that tight. So I'll put 1 inch for ease. I'll put 1 inch allowance for ease, so that at the aim, the down part of the dress, it won't be that tight. If you do this, you have a perfect dress. So the next thing now is to connect our lines. I'm not using this line now. I'll use the 1 inch line and connect. Then connect here, this to this. Then connect this to this. And then next thing we'll do is to take our darts. Remember, we added 1 inch here for the dart. So this is how to take the dart. From the waist, I'll measure 4 inches. That is bust span. Some people call it some people call it nipple to nipple measurement. Bust span measurement in between your 2 nipples. So mine is 8 inches. I'll mark 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. So I'll mark 4 here, 4 here. And then I'll come to the hip line. I'll mark 4 here. Then connect my lines. This dart helps to give shape, a good shape to any dress you are making. So whenever you are cutting your dress, maybe drafting your pattern or cutting it maybe directly on the fabric, endeavor to include that, so it will give shaping to your clothes. So after rolling the line, you come to this bust point line, come down by 1 inch. You come down by 1 inch, you mark. Then come to this waistline, go in by ½ inch at this side and go in here by ½ inch at this other side, making it 1 inch. Remember, we added 1 inch to the waist measurement, so this is the 1 inch we are taking out. So what we'll do now is to keep our ruler this way and connect the dart. Then do the same thing here. So this is it. Then at this other point, we also come up by either 2 inches. Okay, yeah, I'm coming up by 2 inches. I'll mark 2 inches. Then draw my dart leg to that side, like so. It's quite simple. Then do the same thing here. Can you see? It's very, very simple. So next thing now is to cut it out. Remember, after cutting it out, you place the same pattern on your fabric, any fabric you want to cut. Then you cut it out, but you remember to add either 1 inch or 1.5 inches or 2 inches to your fabric. So for the back pattern, what to do is you mark 1 inch for zipper allowance. Mark it out like so. 1 inch, 1 inch, and then use your ruler to connect the lines. Connect a straight line. You know, there's always zip at the back, so this will help. This will serve as a zipper allowance. Then this is where our measurement will start from. So the next thing now to do is, remember, at the front we roll out a starting line, so we'll do the same thing to the back, the starting line. Then measure down our bust point, which was 10 inches. Bust point 10 inches. Measure down 10 inches. Then roll the line. Roll a straight line. Then measure down our half length. We use 16 inches. Just 16 inches. Then connect the lines like so. Okay, let's mark. This is our bust point, our waistline, our hip line. Then the next thing now, remember our shoulder measurement. The one I'm using is 15 inches. Then 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. This is where my 7.5, where I'm going to place my tape. Not from here, but here on this line. On this zipper line. I'll mark it 7.5. 7.5. Mark it down to get a straight line. Then mark my armhole. My sleeve width is 15 as well. So 7.5. I'll mark 7.5 like so. And connect my line. Like so. Then connect this one down. I think back and front they're almost the same, except this zipper allowance, and there's a slight difference at the armhole. So here we'll come down by 1 inch for the slope, for shoulder slope. Then from this point we'll measure whatever we have, we divide it by 2 and get the midpoint. Whatever we have, we mark. So here we'll come in by 0.4 inch. Remember at the front we use 0.6. So at the back now we'll use 0.4 inch. So we'll connect our line. like so. Then our bust measurement, what we used was 9.3 inches. We impute 9.3 inches like so. We are starting our measurement from this zipper line, so don't be confused. And then use our curve roller to draw the line out like so. Then after that, we'll come to the neck. Standard measurement for the neck is always 1 inch for the depth, and the width will still maintain the 3 inches. So whatever you use for the width of the front is the same thing you will use for the width of the back. Then you can also decide to come down to any length you want, but this is the standard. As a beginner, just try this. Then after that, we'll connect to slant our shoulder slope. Slant it out like so. Then our bust measurement will impute the same thing. Remember, our measurement is starting from this zipper line, 9.3. Our bust come to the waist, 8.8. That is 35 divided by 4. 8.8 inches. We'll mark it like so and add 1 inch for that. I explained that while we were drafting the front pattern. Then we'll come to the hip line. My hip is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. So I'll mark 10.5 like so. Then I'll add 1 inch for ease at the end of the clothes, or add 1 inch for ease. Then I'll draw my line out. Then the next thing is to take our dart. The same thing we did to the front, we'll do the same thing to the back. We'll measure 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches. Now 4 inches is from this zipper line. Then draw a straight line. Draw a straight line out. Then come down here by 1 inch. Come in here by half an inch. If you did not get it very well when I was drafting the front, so you can pay attention to the back. Mark half an inch here. Then connect the lines. Okay. Then at the end, I'll come on by 2 inches. Then mark and connect the line. Very simple. Just follow the steps I'm giving you. You will get a perfect basic bodice. So we are going to extend this neckline to this zipper line. Come down by 1 inch. Then I'll just use my free and connect the line like so. Then the next thing is to cut it out. So that is that on drafting of basic bodies. It's quite simple. It's very, very simple. This is the front part. Front. And this is back. It's very simple. So look at it. It's quite simple. There is difference here at the ankle for the front and the back. And see the zipper, then the neck, there's difference. So if you know you've learned one or two things from this video, please endeavor to like this video and click on the subscribe button for more beginners friendly detailed video. Thank you.